Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into the life of one of the most influential figures in modern history, Bill Gates. If you're looking to improve your English while learning about a tech genius who changed the world, this video is for you. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about historical figures who shaped humanity. Now, let's get started. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. From an early age, he displayed an extraordinary intellect and an insatiable curiosity about the world around him. His father, William H. Gates Sr., was a prominent lawyer, while his mother, Mary Maxwell Gates, was a businesswoman involved in charitable work. Coming from a well-educated and ambitious family, Bill Gates had a foundation that nurtured his intellectual abilities. As a child, Gates developed a passion for reading. He would spend hours buried in encyclopedias, consuming knowledge at an astonishing rate. However, his true fascination emerged when he was introduced to computers at the age of 13. In the late 1960s, computers were massive, expensive machines accessible only to large corporations and universities. But Gates was fortunate enough to attend Lakeside School, a prestigious private institution, where he encountered a computer for the first time. The school had invested in a teletype Model 33 ASR, connected to a General Electric mainframe computer. This was a turning point in his life. Gates and his classmates, including his future Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen, quickly became obsessed with programming. They spent countless hours experimenting with code, often skipping other classes just to work on their projects. The young Bill Gates demonstrated an exceptional ability to understand and manipulate computer programs, solving complex problems with ease. He and Allen even hacked into the school system to gain more computer time, a move that got them temporarily banned but also showcased their ingenuity and determination. This early exposure to technology fueled Gates' ambition. By the time he was a teenager, he was already writing software. At just 15 years old, he and Paul Allen developed a traffic monitoring software called TrafoData, which helped measure traffic flow patterns. This early venture earned them $20,000, a considerable amount for two high school students, and provided a glimpse into Gates' future as a tech entrepreneur. Despite his growing love for computers, Gates was also a dedicated student with a strong academic record. He excelled in subjects like mathematics and science, scoring exceptionally high on standardized tests. His brilliance eventually led him to Harvard University, where he initially pursued a pre-law major, following his father's footsteps. However, fate had different plans for him. While at Harvard, Gates continued to spend most of his time in the university's computer lab, working on various programming projects and refining his skills. During his time at Harvard, he reconnected with Paul Allen, who had been following the rise of microcomputers. In 1974, Allen showed Gates an issue of Popular Electronics featuring the Altair 8800, one of the first personal computers. They immediately saw the potential of developing software for these emerging machines, and this realization set them on the path to founding Microsoft. Little did Gates know, his decision to drop out of Harvard in 1975 to start his own company would change the course of history. The world of technology was about to witness the rise of an empire that would shape the digital age. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where we'll explore how Bill Gates co-founded Microsoft and the challenges he faced in the early days. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying the story so far. In 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen made a bold decision that would forever alter the trajectory of their lives. They founded Microsoft. The name, a combination of microcomputer and software, reflected their vision for the future, bringing software to the rapidly emerging personal computing industry. But turning that vision into reality was anything but easy. Their first major breakthrough came when they developed a version of the basic programming language for the Altair 8800. They reached out to the manufacturer, MIT's, Micro-Instrumentation and Telemetry Systems, claiming they had an operational interpreter, despite the fact that they hadn't actually written the code yet. In a high-stakes gamble, Gates and Allen worked tirelessly for weeks to develop the software before presenting it to MIT's. Their efforts paid off, and Microsoft secured its first big contract. This deal validated their business model and marked the beginning of their rise in the software industry. However, the road to success was fraught with challenges. The personal computer industry was still in its infancy, and software piracy ran rampant. Many companies and individuals used Microsoft's software without paying for it, a problem that frustrated Gates immensely. In response, he wrote an open letter to computer hobbyists in 1976, emphasizing the need for respect toward intellectual property and urging users to pay for software. This stance was controversial at the time but set the foundation for the modern software business model. Despite the obstacles, Microsoft continued to grow. Gates' business acumen and relentless work ethic played a crucial role in the company's expansion. He was known for his intense focus and demanding leadership style, often pushing his employees to their limits. He had a reputation for questioning every detail and expecting nothing short of excellence. While this approach sometimes led to friction within the company, it also drove innovation and excellence, setting Microsoft apart from its competitors. One of the defining moments in Microsoft's early years was its partnership with IBM in 1980. IBM, one of the biggest players in computing, needed an operating system for its new personal computer. Gates and his team saw this as a golden opportunity. Although Microsoft did not have its own operating system at the time, they quickly acquired one, QDOS, Quick and Dirty Operating System, from a small company called Seattle Computer Products. They modified and refined it, rebranding it as MS-DOS. This strategic move proved to be a game-changer. When IBM's personal computer launched with MS-DOS as its primary operating system, Microsoft solidified its place in the industry. With the success of MS-DOS, Microsoft began its rapid ascent, but competition was fierce, and the battle for dominance in the tech world had only just begun. Gates and his team had to constantly innovate and stay ahead of their rivals. In the next chapter, we'll explore how Microsoft revolutionized computing with the creation of Windows and how Bill Gates became one of the most powerful figures in technology. Stick around, and don't forget to subscribe for more. The early 1980s saw Microsoft expanding at an unprecedented rate. However, Bill Gates knew that the company's future depended on something even bigger, an intuitive and visually engaging operating system. In 1985, Microsoft introduced Windows, a graphical user interface that revolutionized personal computing. Unlike MS-DOS, which relied on text-based commands, Windows allowed users to interact with their computers using a mouse and graphical icons. This innovation made computers more accessible to the general public, fueling the explosion of the PC industry. The launch of Windows was not an immediate success, but Gates and his team remained committed to refining and improving the software. Windows 3.0, released in 1990, became a massive hit, selling millions of copies worldwide. Its success solidified Microsoft's position as the dominant force in the tech industry. By the mid-90s, Windows 95 further cemented Microsoft's grip on the market, introducing features like the Start menu and taskbar, which remain staples in computing today. At its peak, Microsoft controlled over 90% of the personal computing market. However, this dominance attracted scrutiny, leading to an antitrust lawsuit in the late 1990s. The case accused Microsoft of anti-competitive practices, ultimately resulting in a legal battle that reshaped the company's future. Despite these challenges, Gates' vision had already left an indelible mark on the digital world. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where we'll explore how Bill Gates navigated the challenges of a changing tech landscape and transitioned from corporate leader to global philanthropist. Bill Gates was not just a software developer, he was a visionary leader who understood the long-term potential of computing. His leadership style was intense, driven, and at times, highly demanding. Gates was known for his sharp intellect, his ability to foresee industry trends, and his willingness to challenge employees with tough questions. He believed that rigorous debate and high expectations were essential for innovation and excellence. Under his leadership, Microsoft embraced aggressive business tactics to dominate the software market. Gates understood that controlling the operating system was the key to industry influence, and he ensured that Windows became the foundation for countless applications and third-party software. This strategy helped Microsoft build a near monopoly on PC operating systems throughout the 1990s. Gates was also deeply involved in the technical aspects of Microsoft's projects. He would frequently review code, provide feedback, and even rewrite parts himself if he saw fit. His relentless pursuit of perfection drove Microsoft's success but also made him a polarizing figure. Some admired his brilliance, while others found his management style intimidating. Despite his intensity, Gates fostered a culture of innovation at Microsoft. He encouraged employees to think big, take risks, and push boundaries. This culture led to the development of revolutionary products like Windows, Microsoft Office, and Internet Explorer. These products not only defined an era but also shaped the way people interacted with technology. In the next chapter, we'll explore Gates' transition from corporate leader to philanthropist and how he reshaped his legacy beyond Microsoft. Stay tuned. By the early 2000s, Bill Gates had become one of the most powerful figures in the technology industry, but his ambitions extended far beyond Microsoft. In 2000, he and his then-wife Melinda Gates established the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, focusing on global health, education, and poverty reduction. Gates' transition from a tech mogul to a philanthropist was driven by his belief that wealth should be used to improve lives. The foundation has donated billions of dollars to initiatives like eradicating polio, combating malaria, improving sanitation, and funding educational programs worldwide. One of its most significant efforts was in the fight against HIV, AIDS, and tuberculosis, partnering with global organizations to enhance research and treatment accessibility. Gates also played a crucial role in global vaccination efforts, particularly in underprivileged regions, ensuring millions of children had access to life-saving immunizations. In addition to global health, the foundation has invested heavily in education, funding scholarships, improving school infrastructure, and promoting access to technology in classrooms. Gates has also been a strong advocate for climate change solutions, investing in clean energy research and sustainable agricultural initiatives. While some critics have questioned the influence of such a powerful foundation on global policy, few can deny the positive impact Gates has had on public health, education, and innovation. His legacy is no longer just about Microsoft, it's about shaping a better future for humanity. In the final chapter, we'll explore Bill Gates' enduring influence and how his work continues to shape the world. Stay tuned. Bill Gates' legacy is a complex blend of technological innovation, philanthropy, and global influence. While his contributions to the personal computing revolution are undeniable, his impact extends into many areas beyond software development. One of his lasting influences is his commitment to eradicating diseases. His foundation has played a significant role in global health, investing billions in the fight against malaria, polio, and HIV/AIDS. He has championed the development of vaccines, particularly in developing nations, and continues to support research into solutions for future pandemics. In the fight against climate change, Gates has invested in sustainable energy, funding projects related to nuclear power, carbon capture technology, and eco-friendly agriculture. His book How to Avoid a Climate Disaster outlines his vision for a sustainable future and solutions to address the climate crisis. Despite his immense wealth, Gates has pledged to give away most of his fortune through the Giving Pledge, an initiative he co-founded with Warren Buffett. His commitment to philanthropy has inspired many billionaires to follow suit, redirecting vast sums of money toward global humanitarian efforts. Even after stepping back from Microsoft, Gates remains a key player in shaping the future. Whether in technology, healthcare, education, or climate action, his vision continues to influence global policies and drive innovation. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Bill Gates' life, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below on who you'd like us to cover next.